Hello everyone, I am Taureor and welcome to another one of my Hearts of Iron IV challenges. This time the challenge is to play as turn communist and conquer all of the Americas. Now for the purpose of the challenge I'm not going to count the islands around here. I will try to take them as well, but if the British launch a naval invasion and I can't get there in time or whatever, I don't want this to count as a failed challenge. So I will try to take the islands, but might fail. Also, keeping in mind the fact that one of the things Cuba is known for is its music, I have put several musical accents in the video. Let me know how many you can recognize and if they annoy you or not. If they do annoy you, I'm sorry and I will probably never do that again, but it is a bit funny to me and I do have a very dry sense of humor. Anyway, let's start. We're going to play on regular difficulty, historical focuses and Ironman mode. And I will remind you again, the goal is to turn communist and take over the Americas. Let's go! Cuba 1. We start in a pretty difficult position. We only have 2 units and 4 factories, and that is not a lot, but we'll manage somehow. First, let's start our research. Only 2 research slots. I'm going to have to deviate from the regular formula because I need to start doing certain things very early. So I need to start by researching Marines. We need Marines early. Our first focus will be political effort, so we can start changing our ideology. And as for the factories, we don't have a lot of them. No point in building infrastructure, it will be filled with focuses. No spots for factories. I think I'll just do some ports. As for production, just do lots of infantry weapons. And that has to be it for now. I could even just disband these units, we won't be needing them. Okay, let's unpause. And wait. With political effort, we can hire an advisor and do our next focus. Our next focus has to be naval effort, because I need some dockyards to build ships. As for the advisor, part of the challenge is to turn communist, so of course it's going to be a communist revolutionary. Electronic mechanical engineering is researched, and our next thing would normally be this, but we can't afford that. We have to research destroyers, because we have to start building destroyers. Naval effort is done, we can start using our dockyards. And for now I'm going to just do convoys because we don't have anything else. But as our civilian factories are pretty much useless to us anyway, I am going to purchase some steel and some oil. Now we have to follow the armament effort path because we don't have military factories. I have enough political power to do something with it, and we are going to hire a silent workforce, which is usually a good investment. We have researched Marines, which is wonderful, because we do need some troops to represent outside of our borders. We are going to train 10 units of Marines. And our next research has to be infantry weapons 1, because the weapons we have are crap. Destroyers have been researched, let's start building them. Pursuing armament effort can let us produce enough guns to outfit our troops finally. We can get a coup. That means we will probably be switching ideologies relatively quickly. We can start producing infantry weapons 1, which are significantly superior. Now we have to research naval invasions. I'm going to switch to free trade because those buffs will be quite useful. Let's change our manpower law to limited conscription. Mechanical computing and transport ships have been researched. At this point we can technically get a coup already. I am still training them even though they are, well, technically they're trained up already. Actually, I'm going to deploy these ahead of time because I need the army experience so that I can add more units to the templates. Probably shouldn't have disbanded the units we had at the very start. I should have trained them to get more army experience. Right, so we're training them up to add more units to each template. And here comes the communist coup. Perfect. With the communist government now in control, we can start justifying our first war goal. And it's going to be against... Well, let's do... next. That was a quick Spanish Civil War. Also, I do not have a commander. Let's get one. Okay, Alejandro. You are going to conquer the Americas for me. With construction effort done, we now again have enough factories to buy some oil. Oh, I have not had a look at this. That is a wonderful choice. Romas Cabral, I think that's how that should be pronounced. He is a silent workhorse, which is the best thing you can have in a random leader. And also a smooth talking charmer. That is great. Also, there's no reason not to start planning a naval invasion over here. And now the superior firepower doctrine. It is extremely powerful, especially this first thing. 20% soft attack. That is a lot. We have hired a commando expert named Fidel Castro. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this name. Anyway, he is going to buff our Marines a lot. We now have enough army experience to modify our template. Let's add more Marines. Extra research slot. Let's take the destroyers that have deployed in... Give them a commander and set them to patrol the Caribbean Sea. With the extra research slot done, I'm actually going to do secret weapons. Taking it will let us do these technologies faster and thus speed up our research. In the meantime, let's boost our troops with improved infantry equipment and support equipment. I should go to war economy, but that can wait. And here is our war goal. Let's attack immediately. Don't call allies because you don't have any allies. Go. Here goes our naval invasion. Should be successful. Perfect. Now, attack Guatemala and be balanced in your attacks. Not much longer. And here we go. I'm actually going to just annex them. And now, since I do have some extra equipment, I can modify my unit template yet again. Let's finally get to the desired width of 20. Improved infantry equipment and the war goal against Salvador are both ready. Let's attack. And start justifying more war goals, this time against Honduras. And you. Although that will have to wait a moment because I don't have political power. We will be successful easily because they have a lot of low width units. And the more low width units you have, the higher the penalty they get for stacking too many units. Which is why 40 width is what you should strive for if you can afford that. And let's start justifying war goal on Nicaragua. It's going to take some time, obviously. We have enough equipment to buff them again. I'm going to keep increasing their width. And that's that. With some extra political power free, let's go to war economy. The enemy is in a very difficult position. Let's go aggressive for a moment. Oh, why are you blinking? Ah, finally. I'm just going to annex them. Ah, equipment, helpful. Next justification is ready. Let's declare immediately. This is going to be very easy. And that's it. Again, annex. And if you're wondering why the US is not defending them, the answer is simple. They guarantee us as well, so they will not interfere. So here goes, service by requirement. It pains me to do so with the factory output decrease, however it is a necessity. And we're ready to attack, almost. Let's attack Nicaragua and justify some more war goals. Let's start with Costa Rica. And this will not take long at all. Boom, annex everything. Since we have some disposable political power, I'm going to start boosting communism in the United States. We're actually going with integrated support this time, and it's time we did the improved computing machine to further boost our research. The war has started. Germany attacked Poland, Poland joined allies, and everyone's fighting everyone. Fortunately, that doesn't really affect us, apart from the fact that we can't really attack fascist countries, like the Dominican Republic of Venezuela, or Peru, because then they'll join the Axis and there will be some trouble. We have to leave them for later. Who also has fallen. That means, yeah, Poland has capitulated, Molotov-Ribbentrop will be in effect soon. Let's do atomic research now, because it speeds up all other research. I really do like Marines and Mountaineers lately. For example, Marines are not only for naval invasions, they are also very good going over rivers, which is usually a problem. So I'm actually not going to use any normal infantry, I'm going to use all Marines. And France has been taken as well. Now we're going to do advanced computing machine. It is a lot ahead of time and it's going to take a long time, but once it is researched, it's going to speed everything up quite a lot. Justification is ready. Let's go. This is going to be no problem at all. And over a river with marines. Costa Rica. Take all states. I am going to get puppets, but only ones with very high manpower. So Colombia has quite a lot of manpower. They're going to make a good puppet. I'm also going to take Mexico and possibly Brazil, depending on the situation. Should I do Mexico next? Europe is looking as you would expect it to look. And we're almost ready to launch an attack on Haiti. Here it goes. And let's immediately start justifying our next war goal. You know what? Let's just do Mexico. In the meantime, let's launch. Shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, I probably should have attacked Mexico instead of them. That was quick, and I'm of course going to just take everything. Let's get all our troops to the Mexican border. Unfortunately, our troops have bad supply here. Well, they'll have to endure it somehow. Marines 2 done. I'm now going to use my equipment effort to get weapons 3 quickly. Our war goal against Mexico is ready. Let's attack them immediately, of course. I'm not sure how long that will take. I'm pretty sure we can beat them, but not sure how time-consuming that will be. I will start justifying on and on Colombia. I can always cancel those, and we do have a ton of political power, so that will not be a big problem. Now, the cool thing about Marines is that you can attack over rivers with no trouble. With that computing machine, we get awesome bonuses to all research. Let's use that to get weapons 3 in only 69 days. A little more manual management will speed everything right up. Mexico is going to be my puppet, and it's going to be providing me with tons and tons of manpower. I gave them some more manual orders, and Mexico City will fall soon, probably. Well, we're doing great. Probably should have attacked them earlier. Now, Mexico doesn't have a lot of victory points, but it does have a lot of provinces, which unfortunately means we will have to take most of them. We have to monitor this closely. I can take at most 2 more provinces. And when I do, then I have to stop. Because otherwise we won't be able to start the next research slot now. And, okay, I can activate it now. Here, quickly start extra research slot 2. Was that? Yes. I am going to puppet them because I do need their manpower. They have much more manpower than I do. Mexican Socialist Republic. A colonial Mexican Marine group. Why Marines? Well, because those special forces are generally a bit stronger than normal infantry, although they do require more equipment. But I have special buffs to special forces, and I have researched buffs to Marines. So we'll actually be better off using Marines rather than regular infantry. I am going to switch all my guys into Mexican Marines. And I am also going to train more of them. I should delay my attack on Panama as much as possible, because my naval invasion is not ready yet. What are you doing? No, oh you idiots. They're sailing around to get here, instead of just using these ports. You know what I'm gonna do now? I'm going to create a faction with the Mexican Socialist Republic. Let's call it the Cuban Empire. Dawn of the Cuban Empire. Wonderful. Oh god damn it, they're still sailing. Where they're not supposed to be sailing. Can you just go here instead, you idiots? We wouldn't want our war goal to expire, so let's attack. Actually, now I could lower my manpower laws. Yeah, I'm going to go down to extensive conscription. We can. As you can see, this is trivially easy. I also need to land in Panama itself, although I suppose I could just detach half of this army, and they'll be ready in no time. Yeah, that should be sufficient. Go. Oh, interesting. Lend-Lease. Although, subject lend-leasing to me will increase their autonomy, but I do welcome the extra equipment. And that's it for Panama. We don't need them as a puppet, so let's just take everything. Extra research slot. And now when we reach 50 factories, which I can do at any moment by cancelling some of our trade, and we are at war, then we can do the 5th research slot, which will be tremendously helpful. Our war goal is complete. Let's start the war. Conquer. And let's justify some more war goals immediately. Now I can't attack Venezuela, because it's fascist and it will join the Axis, which would be a problem. I can't attack Peru for the same reason. Who I can attack is and Brazil. Let's justify a war goal here and here. I decided to give them some manual orders. This naval invasion shouldn't experience too much trouble. We have landed. Beautiful. That was probably unnecessary. I should have just attacked from the land. That was quick. I'm going to also make them a puppet because I could use some more manpower. Them and perhaps Brazil, although probably not. Crap, I forgot to do the extra research slot. Oh well, I'll do that when fighting Ecuador. Oh, the Germans have attacked the Soviets already. We are now ready to attack Ecuador, but we can't win this. I mean, we can, but we don't want to. I will explain. So, first we declare war, but we do not call our puppets. Now, I need to cancel my trade. Some of it at least. So that we have at least 51 factories. Alright, now we are at war and in a faction, and we can get the last slot. But if I activate this border, if I call in Colombia, then we will defeat them quickly and we'll lose the option to have that focus continue. So I'm just going to stay at war and not do anything about it for a while. In the meantime, I will start justifying a war goal against Chile. Our war goal is ready, but I'm not going to use it yet. I do want to finish technology sharing before I do any military action here and dismantle the faction. Yes, I did say I want to cancel my faction. Why? Well, because factions give you notoriety. If we're just Cuba with possible puppets fighting people here, the allies won't bat an eye. But if we have a faction and we start calling people in, then that counts as a major war. And if we are in a major war, then, well, people like Ecuador could start joining the allies. We only need the faction to do this. And after that, away with the faction. Oh, also, I realized I did destroyers instead of submarines. I wanted to do submarines because they have a greater range and we might not be able to do an invasion of Chile with just destroyers. So I did a license production trade with the Soviet Union to get some submarines. Hopefully they will be enough to, get the drop on Chile. Research. Right, technology sharing is done. Let's dismantle the faction. And, yay, 5 research slots. I'm actually going to start researching submarines, because we will need some submarines. And now that we no longer have a faction, well, we can, for one, declare war on Brazil, and secondly, call in Colombia. Let's continue. Oh, right, one more thing. I want to redo my trade deals. Also, as for building stuff in Mexico, I don't think it's a good idea right now. It's not going to be that helpful anyway. I need more civilian factories first. We have attacked Brazil. We should start justifying another war goal. Argentina. It's going to take a while. And we are currently justifying against Chile. Yeah, it's still going to take some time, but that's good. We'll have enough time to build some submarines. And once I research my own submarines, I'll have to get rid of these, of course, because, licensing it from the Soviets is costing us quite a bit. Ecuador, take everything, please. No, Soviet Union, I don't want to join your faction, but I will buy your steel. You're moving in. Can I just try and send you to get the port quickly? because then we'll get proper supply and we'll actually be able to do something in Brazil. This jungle is very difficult to penetrate, and this is why I actually want to have the real offensive happen from down here. But we can, maybe we can succeed a little bit up north. Having researched our own submarine, we'll finish the Soviet one, and then cancel our deal. Brazil is trying to land a naval invasion. Good thing I left a garrison. Still didn't get the port, but we're almost there. Our justification on Chile is ready, but I'm going to delay declaring war for a little bit. Just so we can get a few more submarines. I almost forgot, we should be justifying another war goal in the meantime. Ooh, that's a very long one. How about... Yeah, that's a bit better. Let's attack them first. I think 40 ships should be enough. We're going to send them on patrol here and here so we can get naval supremacy, and then we'll launch a fight. They will probably engage an enemy fleet, and as we have a weak and small fleet, we'll probably lose quite a bit of them. However, it will all be a sacrifice worth paying if that gives us victory. And it should. Alright, in the meantime, how are we doing in Brazil? Good. We have taken the port. Great. So, afterwards, you just follow the coast. Let's declare war on Chile. Okay, does the naval invasion launch immediately? Yes, it does. Now we just need them to not be intercepted by enemy ships, but... yeah, we're going to fight a naval battle, which is good, because if they are engaging our ships in battle, then they're not engaging our convoys in battle, which is the important bit. And, oh, are they now engaging? No, not the convoys. That is fine. Can I switch up the convoys' route? I don't want them to join the battle. Will they just slip through? Yes, they will. Alright, great. Yeah, I switched the port to the furthest one because I thought this one is closer to the capital, so it might be better defended. And the northern ones, well, it would be logical for them to put more troops there because it's closer to me. So theoretically, the furthest port should be the weakest, although I'm not sure. How's the naval battle going? Oh crap, we lost almost all of our fleet. Can I order you to... yeah, repair. Do not engage. Well, if that gives us Chile, it was worth it. And it seems like it will. Yes, it will give us Chile. Manual orders issued. Go. Oh, right, I should be okay. We'll have them in no time. The United States attacked Germany. That is good news because we want Germany to be weakened right now so we can attack all the fascist states in South America. How far are you from capitulation? Oh, just one province from capitulation. So we don't need to create any front lines, we just need to take this one. And they'll surrender. Okay, Chile is ours. I'm going to take everything. We don't really need more puppets, but I think I'll make Brazil one as well. Now it's time to beat up Argentina. Now, the attack on Brazil is pretty difficult, but it doesn't really matter. We'll get them through Argentina and Uruguay. I also now own planes. 5 planes to be exact. That might just be enough to give me air superiority. The US is influencing us, really? Well, they have nothing on our communist support. They will not succeed. Have I succeeded? Well, we have almost turned them communist. Actually, a civil war in the US might hurt us more than help us. Our war goal against Argentina is ready. There is no reason to delay that one. Let's attack. Now, we're still justifying against Uruguay. We could start another one or wait. Wait 78 days. If I were to start justifying now, yeah, it will be better if we wait. No, I'm actually going to leave Paraguay alone for now and justify on Bolivia. Alright, continue. Argentina, you're mine. Do I have air superiority? No, not really. Probably the Brazilians are doing something about that. Yeah, the invasion of Brazil is actually going alright. I started producing some artillery and motorized, so we can get signal companies and, the artillery attachments. Ah, good. Another port about to be taken. Yeah, I really might not need to attack Brazil from the south. Although we will see about that soon. Just order them all to go to their capital. Our war goal against Uruguay is ready, but I'm going to delay attacking a little bit, so that perhaps we can actually be at the borders or ready to take them out quickly. Ooh, that is a well-defended capital you got there. Ah, China has been taken. Yeah, just focus on this and leave them an avenue of escape. We are about to take Argentina. I have also decided that I'm not going to attack Uruguay, and I am actually going to let my war goal expire. That might seem like a mistake, and it probably is, but I don't want to risk it. Let me explain. I've checked my relationships with the Allies, and they do hate me a lot for all the world tension I've generated, and Uruguay is democratic. So, well, I didn't really fear that when we were attacking Ecuador, which was also democratic, but now I'm a bit worried, because they might be able to join the Allies at this point when I attack them, and that would ruin my whole plan. I mean, they probably wouldn't. The Allies don't bother about South American affairs usually, but by taking this Cuban land, I get closer to the Allies and so on, so it's theoretically possible, and I can't take that risk. We'll still attack Bolivia, Paraguay, Peru, Venezuela, and so on, and we will attack Uruguay, but we will probably do that a little bit later. Unfortunately, I have to let the war goal expire because of that, and that will lower my national unity, but national unity is usually not a problem for me. However, what I can do is move this army here and use it to take Rio. Justification ready. Let's attack Bolivia. Shouldn't take too long to take them over. And towed rocket artillery is ready. I will start producing those soon, but now let's focus on our industry instead. Bolivia will be taken over soon, just a few more provinces, and then hopefully Brazil. They take Paraguay, then we wait for the Germans to start losing, then we take Peru, Venezuela, and the Dominican Republic. And then we attack the Allies and Uruguay. I mean, I could probably attack them, but it's a risk, because they're democratic, and it's pretty late in the war, and the Allies are doing better now. So they could allow them in, which would kind of ruin my plans. Bolivia. Give me everything, please. Equipment. How long until this war goal is ready? A very long time. What's your level? I should really make him a field marshal. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. He'll lose all the nice bonuses, but we do need a field marshal. Alright, that should be the end of Brazil. Great. Now, I could use another puppet, manpower-wise. On the other hand, seeing how many factories Brazil has, I think I have a far better use for all their factories than for all their manpower. I'm going to just take everything. That is a lot of factories. A possibly final modification to our division template. Support rocket artillery. It's going to increase our soft attack very much. Alright, this actually looks like the Soviets are launching a counteroffensive. I will start justifying on the fascist countries, starting with our war goal is ready. How long until the one against Peru is ready? Right, I suppose we can start one against Venezuela. Let's attack. Be super aggressive, please, and make sure you just move. You just go for their capital. Immediately. Paraguay. Oh, I could get Bolivia as well. No, I'm just going to take everything, of course. Right, now Peru and Venezuela. Mexico seems to have run out of manpower. That means I'll have to annex them soon. How's Germany doing? Not so great. Not so great at all. Now, normally I would probably jump on the opportunity to get some of that land. And, maybe even join the Allies for a time. But we're not interested in any of that. We are interested in the Americas. We can lower Mexico's autonomy. Let's do that. Anyway, our justification is ready. Let's attack. Are they joining Axis? They are not joining Axis. Let us justify another war goal. And that will be everything before we attack the Allies. Let's just do a manual attack on Lima with everyone. Some of them are bound to succeed, and then they should surrender. Germany has capitulated. 46% communist. We could probably spark a civil war. Peru, you're going to be annexed. Now it is time for Venezuela. Probably should have puppeted Brazil. We're very close to annexing Mexico, and Venezuela can be now attacked. Let's go. Oh crap, of course I forgot to call in Colombia. Here we go. Just go to Caracas. Oh, they have surrendered. I am of course also going to take everything. And we can finally annex Mexico, but we're not going to do that just like that. First I'm going to deploy all the troops that Mexico has been training for me. And cancel the rest. Now we annex Mexico. Alright. What troops do you have? Infantry type 8 mostly. That is a 20 with 7-2 infantry with some support anti-tank. I suppose this is not bad. Seems like they won't go over service by requirement either. You know what, I should probably just release Brazil. Should have done that immediately. Brazilian Socialist Republic, and we're going to be using Brazilian troops next. See, Brazil went to service by requirement, and they have 1.8 million manpower. I'm going to be switching some of my units to Brazilian units, just to drain that manpower pool. Our war goal justification against the Dominican Republic is ready. Let's, without further ado, just attack. Oh. You're not doing so great. That is surprising. I suppose I could redirect a few naval invasions and just send them. Since they are clearly going to beat us here because I don't have enough supply and I thought they were going to be a very easy target, we have to activate naval invasions. I have activated 4 of those that were reserved for the islands here because I already started preparing my attack on the Allies. So, yeah, let's launch them. Are you going to launch immediately or do I need to send my fleet out? I need to send my fleet out. And we can decrease Colombian autonomy. Come on, crap, I lost so many troops. Well, that was a mistake, but we should be victorious now. I should have done it this way from the start. I pointlessly lost a lot of troops. That was very stupid of me to do. Now it's time to redo some of our orders, reorganize the troops, deploy some units, and attack. I think I'm pretty much ready, so I'm just going to start justifying a war goal on the Allies as well as perhaps on Uruguay. I'll justify on them first, that's going to take a longer time. As for the Allies themselves, well, that's not going to take long at all. Yeah, let's do Jamaica. And get our orders in order. We're launching tons and tons of naval invasions. We're attacking all the Allied bits. And then we're converging all our forces on the US. Our war goal justification against the United States is ready, but let's prepare a bit more. I think we're ready to attack. Let's send our fleet to secure naval supremacy. Hopefully we will get that. Then our naval invasions will be able to launch. Now let's just wait until this becomes green. It has become green. There are 30 US ships. I have 60. That is more. And more is all that matters in terms of launching a, one big wave of naval invasions. They're gonna get a civil war, and the civil war can screw me over. I'm going to cancel boosting popularity. And I'm going to cancel all my trade with the US, of course. Oh right, it is your time to shine. Pimentel. Let's declare war on the United States of America. This army will get smashed here because none of the really good troops are in this position. But this is not that important. The majority of the attack should come from naval invasions. Let's see if they actually launch. If they don't, I am in trouble. Have you launched? You have not launched? Really? Oh, now you have. I need to call my allies in because some of them will not be able to launch. Now, that's better. That's better. All that matters is that I have more ships. I do have more ships, and I am getting smashed here, but that's not a big deal. All those troops are strong, and when they beat up their enemies, they will rejoin the main front line. Yes, the invasions have launched. Great. That's a huge wave, isn't it? Let's hope they're successful. Let's hope at least some of them are successful. This is utter chaos, but, well, that's to be expected of war. You have landed. Perfect. Our naval invasion of Washington is about to land, and it seems like nobody's defending it. Well, this was supposed to be the main attack, and it seems to have worked perfectly. I have given my guys some manual orders. We have Washington. We're about to have Philadelphia. I have to switch my economy. Let's go to closed economy. This isn't great. The enemy has moved off here, and we might actually get the port. Good. I'm also sending off some of the troops in the area. Oh, damn it. The Americans have landed in Cuba. Well, we are about to defeat them, but still, that is an inconvenience. Can we get Boston? Half of the East Coast is ours. We have encountered some resistance, but I think we'll be okay. This is the most difficult fight, but we're managing that. Also, this is merely a distraction. Yay, take Detroit. That's a lot of victory points, actually. And then we need to take Los Angeles. How about that war goal in Uruguay? Yeah, still a long time. And we have taken all the islands successfully. That is an American naval invasion. So unfortunate. Actually, I probably should make this guy a field marshal, and once these are connected, just assign everything to him. The enemy has stupidly left this province. So we're going to San Diego. Then we're going to Los Angeles. And then you're going to San Francisco. Good thing I left a garrison. They're attacking us and they are failing. Can we actually get through? It is possible. The justification on Uruguay is ready. Great. Oh, that is a scary ship. We are going to attack Uruguay, and these armies, these troops here, will, well, they'll be relieved to do other stuff. Current capital is Chicago. I was almost there, but then they started pushing back. Just go for the capital, as usual. They are at 48. We need to get them below 40. I don't think San Francisco will be enough to do that. 43 out of 40. Very, very soon. Go for Chicago. Perhaps some of them will actually get through between enemy lines. If I can keep all that I have and reach Seattle, well then we win. Oh, wait a minute. I should be able to take Houston. Ah, the British. The British have brought reinforcements. We have Houston, but we have lost Miami. Oh, it might be enough. No, 99%. But almost there. Wait a minute, can I actually get to Chicago? Really? Great. Great. Yay. Let's redo some orders, shall we? Anyway, all that remains to be done is to beat Canada, secure all our coasts, and finally finish annexing our puppets. I'm working on that right now. What we can do is annex Colombia, and I'm gonna do that. Now it's time to take Winnipeg, the current capital of Canada. Is that sufficient? Not yet. Where's your capital now? Edmonton, 3 victory points. There we go. How much more do I need? Well, just bits. Finally, Canada has capitulated. That's a lot of weapons we got. Now, we just need to take this bit of the UK, this bit of the States, and, well, clean up some naval invasions that popped up in the meantime. And that will be it. Oh, and annex Brazil. I am sending this guy to garrison the continent, basically. I told him to garrison all the ports that there are. However, I think I'm going to disband some of his troops, because these guys are pretty useless. Oh, I didn't get any manpower. Did they get returned home? No, they just disappeared. Well, so that was a... I shouldn't have done that then. I have deployed a lot of Brazilian Marines, not fully trained, and we're sending them to garrison all the ports everywhere. Seems like I have encountered a bug. Colombian Socialist Republic troops exist. Colombian Socialist Republic does not exist. Oh, I think I should report this. Apparently if you have units that have been requested from your puppets and you annex the puppets and then disband the units, well, you got a problem. Getting rid of some pesky allied naval invasions so that our forces can garrison all the ports and prevent them in the future. Oh, almost got Washington, didn't you? Well, almost, just won't cut it. Let's lower Brazil's autonomy. I think we pretty much secured everything apart from Alaska. Unfortunately, we're going to have to wait a moment for that because, well, it's big and it's snowy and it's far away, so people move slowly. Those few naval invasions that succeeded, well, they don't really have a leg to stand on because they don't have ports. In general, taking Alaska proves to be extremely problematic, but we're finally making some progress. In the meantime, I think we managed to block all the pesky allied invasions. Seems like we have everything. We have all of the mainland Americas. But, for the sake of being elegant, I'm also going to try and send some paratrooper drops here and here. Just, you know, for elegance sake. Suppose I could do that one as well. Nah. Right, let's see if they'll actually launch. Do I even have enough transport planes? Yes, I do. Now, this is a battle that we have already won. Cool. Parachutes are indeed quite powerful. What the hell did I just do? Oh crap, I switched all my Marines into parachutes. I was supposed to do a copy. Oh no, not all of them. Just the Mexican Marines. I switched them to parachutes. I just wanted to make a copy and make a template. It's the same template but with paratroopers. But I forgot to do duplicate and just send the paratroopers. Well. Anyway, I was also going to send a paradrop over here. Can you do that? Well, you can, but there's an enemy unit here. Oh, you were just landing. Well, good timing on my part then. I was able to take everything our paratroopers were trying to take, but in the meantime, the Allies landed an invasion in San Juan. This is like constantly trying to swat annoying flies. Of course, I could retake it with paratroopers or a naval invasion, and I could adjust my troops or get more manpower and just fill the coast with forces and so on. We could do that at this point. At this point, we're the most powerful country on Earth, I think, perhaps on par with the Soviet Union, but they are not our enemy. So that really wouldn't be a problem. But at this point, it's mostly cosmetics, and I did say at the beginning that the condition of victory is all the mainland Americas, and we do have that. So I'm going to retire to my glorious palace, I mean party headquarters, and rule all of the glorious communist Americas, now known as revolutionary. Thank you very much for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and make sure to let me know in the comments what you thought about the challenge, what you thought about my strategies, what you would have done the same, differently, what you thought about the musical bits and if they annoyed you, and most importantly, put some suggestions in the comments for my next challenge. The one that gets the most likes is not a sure winner, but it is very, very likely to be done and posted on the channel. Also, if you like what I'm doing and you'd like to support the channel, consider visiting my Patreon. The link is in the description below. Thanks for watching again, and see you next time. And now to end this video, one more thing. A collective challenge for all of you, the viewers. Can you identify all the 28 songs I am using in this video? And the prize will be nothing else but your own satisfaction.